Live and lit. Let's go and get it, gang.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one.
Light this thing up, bro. You already know what time it is. Live and lit. Let's get it, my G.
You know I'm one of your hosts, BG31 in the building with my boy, Mr. Warm It Up Though.
Yeah, warm this thing up, gang. You know what time it is. You know you want, you know who you rockin' with. It's your boy Billy Notion and live and lit coming at.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Hey, what's today, fellas? What's today, my brothers?
Game day.
Y'all already know. Hey, D, you muted my G. You already know. Go hit that off mute. But you already know what game it is. Yeah, let them know, D. Let them know what time it is.
Hey, man, it's game time, dog. You are.
Oh man, come on, D. Where you go?
Man,
Where you go, D?
The weather out there.
Come back. Come back. What happened? We about to get live and lit. It's game day, guys. Y'all ready to see this game?
Yes, sir. Hey, listen.
Dougie P back in the building.
Back in the building.
Back in the building. What do you think about that notion?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You know what's about to be? It's about to be a fun day, man. So without further ado, yeah, warm this thing up, gang. There we go. There we go. He back. He had to check the connection, get the gas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, listen. You know what time it is. You know you want. You know you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion. Hey, live and lit. We back in this thing, coming at y'all, gang. Listen, let's check the 4K on. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Lambo check. Ring check. You know we all the way in there, gang. Listen, if y'all new to the channels, new to the rides, y'all already know what to do. Go hit that subscribe, because y'all know how we rocking, gang. Listen, I know y'all fellas are excited. We got the Jags. I'm gonna say this is probably the best defense we're gonna face as of yet. So I'm ready to have some fun, fellas. Let's go get it.
I am pumped up, man. D, you didn't say nothing. You went on mute. Let's go.
I know.
Man, look, I've been messing around with this ring light and shit, man. You know, it's kind of bootleg, but shit, hey, I got it together. You see, I'm looking good, man. I got the Eagles hat on and shit. I need to get one with the new watermark. You know, the new design, like Jalen Hurts wearing.
That's what Jalen wearing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But man, I'm ready for I'm ready for this game. People need to pay attention, bro. This is came to be a sneaky good game. You know what I'm saying? We got Dougie P coming back in the house, and it ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
You just said it.
I mean,
I don't know, man. One side of me says that it's like Dougie P. Of course, he probably spent all off season for this one game. He knew Jacksonville sucked. He was like, okay, we're gonna add some pieces. Hopefully, I'll win some games. But on the other hand, hey, I want to beat these guys because they fired me. I want to beat these guys because they fired me. So I think he's been thinking about this for a minute.
I think
you got Dougie P, right? And again, we all know the success he brought here to Philly. Yeah, today we got to handle this business. I mean, Dougie P ain't out there on this field. So at the end of the day, it is going to be about coaching. Sirianni, I mean, again, we're getting answers from Howie Roseman, right? So we've already made the decision from what we saw last game. I think he made the right decision at quarterback, right? I mean, Jalen Hurts is looking good. He also made a decision at coaching, right? Like, he didn't want to keep Doug Pederson because of his same philosophy, and he wasn't on board with what was going on. So we got Nick Sirianni. Is he hitting on that too? I mean, we're going to find out today. again, I expect for us to give Dougie P some love initially, but after that, let the boos. Y'all already know. Boo this man up. Get this man the Philly love. And hey, it's gonna be a tough game today. It's a rainbow. It look like it's sloshy out there. You know, it's gonna be a wet game. Turnovers about to be critical. Hey, we gotta play tight football today.
Hey, if it's one thing we all know, Dougie P is a great coach. He brought us a Super Bowl. He turned around the organization, and a lot of players this week we heard Lane Johnson, Brandon Graham. We heard from a lot of guys on this team that we love, like Lane Johnson and Brandon Graham. We heard them talk about how influential Coach Doug Pederson was. We heard Lane Johnson speak about how Doug Pederson helped him resurrect his career. We heard all these great things about Doug Pederson, so we know for a fact that he's a great coach. We know from experience that dealing with Doug Pederson, he's gonna have his guys bought in. These guys in Jacksonville, they're bought in. Trevor Lawrence is looking beautiful. The offense is looking beautiful. We seeing a lot of plays that he ran here down in Jacksonville, and it's looking beautiful. You having a prototype quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, aka Sunshine. You got this guy up in here dialing it up, looking good. So if it's one thing we can expect, is Doug Pederson to come in here and have his guys fired up, and they is gonna play to the end. We seen the Eagles do it dealing with Doug Pederson. Even when we was losing, we saw our team fight. Doug Pederson had these guys fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. And Doug Pederson been mixing it up. We saw Trevor Lawrence basically dial it up to like 4 different types of receivers. He had
weapons over there, man. The Jags, like, people are sleeping on Jags. Like, I don't know how you can sleep on them. They're 2-1, right?
So,
and they spreading the ball around.
Yeah.
Zay Jones, 11
targets.
question
who they played though. People gonna say the same things like they say about us. Well, they played the Colts and they played, the Chargers, who, I guess, Herbert was banged up.
The Colts suck too. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's the narrative. And then they lost to Washington. So
even us, Detroit's they're 1-2, but like they got some talent over there.
At the end of the day, like my man DEEGIFTED said, I think we do need to respect Dougie P, of course. Like, I expect for this man to be aggressive. We've seen that in Philadelphia. We know he's an aggressive coach. 4th and 1s, 4th and shorts. He's thinking about going for it. Heck, I'm not going to be shocked if it's like 4th and 7, depending on where it's at. Dougie P will pull the trigger. He's a creative coach. He'll dial up some creative play.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this ain't the game to be taken lightly with Coach Doug Pederson. I don't think it's going to be necessarily a cakewalk, but of course, I think the Eagles will get the job done. But at the same time, I know my man said they got a lot of weapons over there in Jacksonville. I mean, of course, they got a good run game. Their running back, was it James Robinson?
And Etienne's back.
Okay. So, I mean, that still could be contained. That ain't really nothing threatening. And then they got Zay Jones. I think he's out this game. So it's going to have to be Christian Kirk. It's going to have to be that kind of show today. And I don't think that this is going to be a passing type of a day. And we going to find out. We going to find out today, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's talk about it, We going
to respect Doug P, though. So when he come in, it's been conversations asking, how's his reception going to be? His reception is going to be excellent. He's got a freaking statue out there.
That's it.
Brought us a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? The guy is, hey, man, and one thing about the Super Bowl run, Doug P, this is me again already giving him his respect. Doug P is looking like old Doug P in 2017. With his play calling, I don't know if anybody been paying attention. His play calling, you don't know what to expect from this man. And that's what it was in 2017. And what's crazy about that, everybody knew how dynamic our offense would be each game. It was just something totally different. You got JG talking about and even bringing up the fact that this guy has no tendencies. One thing about this Jaguars team and this offense, they don't show no tendencies, and that's one of the things that I feel like is a pro. Considering what we had in 2017, where we didn't really have no tendency. You didn't know what was coming out the hat. We seen flea flickers and everything. We seen the Philly special. You just did not know, man. So it's. I expect him to go for it on fourth down at least twice in this game. But as my man said, he gonna try to be dynamic and try to be aggressive. But at the end of the day, we got the most talent. We should be able to hold up. Point blank. Period.
And talking about that talent,
So
let's look at this injury roster.
Quick question, though. Okay, and that's the injury report. Yeah, let's rock this injury report. Now I'm gonna ask y'all for a quick question.
All right,
Vontae Maddox is out.
Vontae, that's critical.
Out.
That's
Vontae Maddox is out.
So what are we doing there? I heard you say CJ Gardner going into the nickel.
I mean, I can see that definitely happening.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna see a mixture of guys being shuffled in, but Vontae Maddox being out is definitely gonna shake up some things because he's been part of that trio of Big Play Slay, Bradbury, and Vontae Maddox, and even Epps. It's like four guys in that backfield that's really been stepping up. But Vontae Maddox, that's my dog, man. I just love how no matter how big a guy is, he gonna come up and do what he got to do. So it's definitely gonna be critical. He gone, but. Dang, so
does that mean are we getting because again, I really ain't trying to see that honestly. But are we getting a Kayvon Wallace sighting today? I mean, if CJ Gardner's coming out the safety spot, who's plugging that spot in? I don't think we brought Anthony Harris up from the practice squad.
No.
So I need to know. I don't know who we're going to put back there at safety if we are going to put Gardner in the slot. But I think there's going to be some mixing and matching. I don't think we're just going to have Gardner just strictly playing slot today. But I'm not just trying to see Kayvon out there playing safety all game either. So we're going to have to find out. There's going to have to be a break even somewhere.
Well, you got to think too. McPherson probably play some cornerback too. You got to get him on the field too. Every time he gets on it, he don't get burnt. So it's like he's been playing some solid numbers. Plus, we just picked up Andre. Brought him from the practice squad. Andre C. I'm going to call him because I hate messing up his name. But he played some good minutes with us before. So I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. Our team's too deep to worry about anything for me. Like, we're way too deep. Like, who cares? Okay, Maddox is out for a game or so. That's cool. Like,
Maddox needs to get well soon. Maddox needs to get well
Boston out though. Don't we get to see what is it, Trey Sermon? Don't he? Ain't he making his appearance today? So yeah, we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna have too much of a drop off there. And that's kind of what I wanted to ask y'all, fellas. Like, where do y'all see us? And y'all let us know in the chat also. But where can the Eagles pretty much, take advantage in this game? Do you think it's gonna be on, offense and defense? I mean, this defense does have the number one rushing, I guess, defense as of right now in the league. I know they haven't seen a rushing style as of ours, but I mean, they're pretty solid on defense. They're the number one team in takeaways. I mean, their numbers is looking nice defensively. And then offensively, again, I mean, they got Doug P. So where do we take advantage as a team this game? Is it going to be on the offensive side or is it going to be on the defensive side?
I'll go and answer that first. I really think it's going to be the defensive side of the ball. Defense wins championships. If we can't stop Trevor Lawrence in this offense, we are going to have a long day. We already have proven to, take our foot off the pedal, second half, or claim to take our foot off the pedal in second half. Or we've heard them talk about how it's just execution. So if they saying it's just execution, then we know execution in the second half has been a problem. So we don't want to, play light on these guys. We have to get to the quarterback. We got to the quarterback last game. We had 19 pressures getting pressure 36.5% of the time. So with that being said, we have to continue to show consistency. We are supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team. You know, this is the time to show up. This is a team that's flying high right now, and get to the quarterback. 9 sacks last game. It's not gonna be 9 sacks every time, but at least keep getting to the pressure. At least keep getting to the pressure. We had 17 QB hits last game. You know what I mean? So at least keep getting to the pressure. Keep hitting that quarterback. Maybe it's not a sack, but as long as we get into that man Trevor Lawrence, now we gonna be good. But he can still kind of be mobile a little bit. So we gotta be eyeful for that too.
Okay. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Pregame? When we taking over on offensive side, defensive side, you think it's both?
Both.
Okay.
I just don't like. You've been watching and hearing about everybody talk about they can't stop the Eagles offense or defense for real. Like you can't stop. The last 2 games 15 points a game. That's legit. Our offense scoring more and more each game. Jalen's getting better. Devontae's getting better. Quez, everybody on the roster is just getting better, and they're not even like you can tell they're not even like peaking out yet.
Yeah.
These games are just like warm-up games. They're getting into it, getting into rhythm or whatnot. Man, these guys are going to be dangerous all year long. They're going to be very hard to stop. And it's going to be an awesome day for the Philadelphia Eagles today. Like I understand Dougie P might come in with his little anger or whatnot. I had to say that earlier, but I don't care. I think Carson tried to do that, and he just got mollywopped. I think Dougie P's about to get mollywopped, and the Eagles about to go 4-0. So,
yeah. Our defense has been
okay.
Yeah, our defense been definitely showing progress. You know what I mean? Like from the first game of the season to the second game and to the third, we have been elite. Like the fact that our back end has been good, our defensive line, we needed to see the pressure. We starting to see that now, and just like my man Pregame said, it's like we haven't even peaked yet. And so with that being said, I'm expecting to see this defense be even better, be even faster, because they don't have a reason to let up. Seeing Dougie P on the sideline is going to remind them of who's on the other side of the field, what they have to do. Just like last game when people was talking about, Carson Wentz. That whole situation allowed us to not, be stuck on the last game so hard, and really get caught up in the last game because we got Carson Wentz over here. We not finna let him, do what he want to do. Now we got the same situation over here. And so the defensive line been picking up. I back in, and that's the positive thing, the great thing out of this whole thing, because the back end has already been playing good. You got Darius Slay, already player of the month. This guy, Darius Slay, shutting down Justin Jefferson. And then you got his counterpart, James Bradbury, who's been elite as well. They target him like 10 times, and he only allowed like 4 receptions for 27 yards. So, this guy's also been elite on the back end. So it's just good that our defensive line is showing progress. And so they got to continue. Our back end is going to be good.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, Dougie P ain't going to be out on this field.
No, I got to add to mine. Sorry, hold on, Notion. I got 3 more reasons why. I'm so confident. Look at this.
That's that man right there. That's a bad man.
Jalen freaking Hurts.
That's a bad man, brother.
Number one, can he pass, guys? Can he pass? Can he run? Can he do both?
Hey, he's checking out the boxes.
Is he the best ever so far to do that many games he's played? To do it? Is he the number 1 rated quarterback after 3 weeks?
Highest passing grade in the NFL? Is that what that says?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Is that Mr. AKA Mr. Noodle Arm? Is that what that is?
Noodle Arm.
Man, I tell you who he is.
Hey, Noodles.
He a franchise quarterback. That's what he is. That's a franchise quarterback right there.
I know it's only week 3. I know it. I know this is week 4 right now, but he's just getting better, So it's like this is about to get dangerous, guys.
The argument is this, fellas. At the end of the day, you know this man, and nobody can deny that he's playing at MVP level. I know the opposition. It hurts him to say that, but it's a fact. Jalen Hurts is playing like the most valuable player, definitely on this team, but looking like in this league. You take Jalen Hurts out of the equation on this team, we don't get the certain wins that we probably should have got. So at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is that X factor for this team. He's playing at MVP level, and look at those numbers. That is beautiful, fellas. That is beautiful.
Another reason?
Put on the cape.
All black today, right? All black with the black helmets. And then we got these Batmans out there. Everybody Batman.
Sheesh.
Hey, we missing one. Quez Watkins.
We are missing Quez.
Now y'all missing Jason Kelsey too. They said Jason Kelsey got the cape. Kelsey got the cape too, though.
Everybody trying to get the cape.
Dang.
Everybody want to get the cake. And number 3 is boom. That man right there.
Dallas Goedert
I
leads
think he
all
can have
tight
a
ends.
huge game today. A huge game.
Yeah. I definitely feel a touchdown for my man Dallas Goedert.
He's scoring.
If I was to bet on the guy to make a touchdown, it'd definitely be Dallas Goedert this game.
So are y'all feeling it's going to be one of them air attack days? I don't think it's going to be. Look, I think our run game is going to have to pick up this game. I don't think it's going to be a strong day to go through the air, but I can see Dallas Goedert sliding in there to get a touchdown during some tough yards. But yeah, I don't see it ain't going to be no type of bombs. You know, I don't think, Dallas Goedert ain't catching no bombs today, but we might get something short in the short area once we hit the red zone.
I'm just saying, the weather's bad, right? That's running the football, right? And if you're running the football consistently, your tight end usually gets all the love on rainy days. You know, receivers out there on the end, especially if it's rainy, you really can't see that far down the field, especially Jalen. He's not no 6'4", or nothing like that, you know? So that's when your tight end come clutch, you know, right there in the middle. Come up.
But listen, one thing we do know, again, these Eagles, we've been playing turnover-free football for the most part. We only threw, one interception, I think, the whole season, which was a fluke, you know, off of, Kenneth Gainwell's hands. Yeah. So, you know, again, we can count whatever. It was an interception. The Jags are also playing turnover-free. I think, Trevor Lawrence only got 1 interception. So someone's going to have to get this game, fellas. I mean, again, it's going to be a rainy day. Again, I don't think neither team is going to be heavily passing today. So I think it's going to be one of them run type of games, but there may be opportunities there. I need to see. Listen, we haven't seen this team play in the rain yet. Nothing like this. So it's going to be interesting to see how this team gels together, and taking care of the football is going to be priority this game.
What matchup you want to see the most? Slay on Kirk?
It would have to be somebody on the line for me, because like you said, the weather, you know, it's gonna play a part, and it's gonna be a more physical run game. You know what I'm saying? Who dominating up front? You know, but if we talking about securing the ball, we can't get a ball to Kenneth Gainwell. I don't trust him with the football whatsoever. We've been hearing all training camp how the guy has been dropping the ball, and what'd he do? He give Jalen Hurts his only interception. He would have 0 right now.
Hey, I mean, you know, things happen in the games. It's, you know,
Trey Sermon coming up though. Everybody talking about now he's ready. The Eagles didn't really have to use him in the first couple of games. You know, he had time.
You said who?
Trey Sermon. He's from the Niners. He played with Oklahoma.
But he playing because Scott's out, right? So no, he's gonna get his chances. That's something definitely. Again, like position wise, that's probably what I'm looking at this game. Like, can we establish our run game? Again, this is a #1 rush defense, so we're a top rush offense. So someone's got to give this game. We heard the same thing last year when we played against the Saints. They had the #1 rush defense in the league. What we do? We went over there and smacked them up, put up like 200+ yards on the #1 rush defense. Same thing has to apply this game. run. What was it? Last episode we was on, we was talking about the importance of the run game and how that breaks down a team's mental will. Once we start pushing that, everything else should open. And if the passing is there, we could take advantage. But again, I'm looking at our offensive line, how we're running this ball against their stout defensive line, the number one pass or rushing defense in the league. That's where it's going to start.
Oh yeah, like you said, definitely gonna start with that, because if anything, we needed to rebound ourselves off last game anyway. You know, we didn't even rush for 100 yards, so I definitely feel like, you know, this is a game we definitely gonna take pride in, especially if it's the game plan to actually be, you know, more physical. Last game, like I mentioned, we rushed for less than 100 yards, which was the first time we actually won the game rushing for less than 100 yards. It was the first time since we had the playoff game in Chicago, the double doink. So, you know, it's kind of like it's also showing too that we don't have to fully rely on the run. But hey, like you mentioned, this is gonna be a run heavy, you know, game. So hopefully, with these guys knowing that, they're gonna take advantage.
Who has more yards? Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders.
I'm gonna say Miles.
Yeah. Rushing yards.
This game. I'm gonna say Miles Sanders.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Jalen Hurts. I think Hurts is gonna have more rushing yards this game. I think it's gonna be a mixed bag with the running backs, but I think Jalen Hurts is gonna be that X factor. He's gonna end up doing what he does best, reading the D line, the edges. If they're up there crashing, trying to get home, Jalen Hurts will take off. So I think he honestly will probably have more rushing yards than Miles Sanders this game.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Hurts probably will. I don't know though, because it depends how many times he runs. It's like, what happens if he is passing the ball good? You know, he just in his flow. You know, we got the best offensive line, so he might have a little time today. Like, they're good. Like I'm saying, like they're like good, like, you know, Minnesota good, or I don't know. They're just not our good. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not that good.
Minnesota good.
We only could beat ourselves. You know, if we're going and, you know, you have one of the mistakes because you're like, oh man, I messed up, you know, like we got a little too confident. We came out here and Dougie P slapped us, you know, that would suck, but it's possible. But I don't think the trajectory of this team is going upwards right now. And I don't think anything's going to stop it. Like, I really think this is the possibility. 17
too strong.
For real. Strong. Like, if we're not even like, you know, we're not even hitting on all cylinders yet. You know, we still got a lot to clean up. You know, we're out there working hard, getting better. It's like, wow. And like, only injuries can stop this team. Only.
So that's one of the things. And like you just mentioned, like the Eagles haven't even played their best football as of yet. That's scary. Y'all know we've been struggling every time after the half with putting up points. That's definitely something I'm looking for this game. Second half, we need to score some points. This whole, you know, coming out second half, not scoring nothing. We did it last game. I want to say we did it, in the Minnesota game, we really didn't score nothing. So that's got to be an area of focus this game also, because we can't be doing that to good teams. I'm not going to sit here and say the Jags are, you know, this is going to be a good test for the Eagles. This is probably one of the best defense we faced so far. But coming out second half, we're going to need to score some points, and I hope that happens today.
I want to see a fast start, you know. Get on them. Just get on them right off the back. Because whenever the Eagles do that, it's hard for a team to beat them. You know, they just
if they do that, it's going to be a similar game to
they can't come out
Washington.
The first quarter, they can come out, maybe still try to run. But other than that, they got to go full steam. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to keep trying to pass to catch up with the Eagles. If that happens, you know, it becomes a foot race. And I just feel like we got the best receiving core in the league. I've been saying this before the season started. You know, best receiving core in the league, best quarterback in the league, best team in the league. Like, hands down, like, everybody's just now starting to give us respect, and we should have been had respect. You know, we should have been had respect.
And we had to go out there and earn it.
Ain't nobody giving us no respect, bro. We got to go out there and take it, brothers. Y'all know Y'all know ain't nothing sweet in this league. They ain't just gonna give us respect.
It's in our hands. It's in our hands. We number one right now.
Number one.
We're number one. Right now.
Number one.
Best team in the league. Hey, listen.
Jalen Hurts by himself is the 11th ranked offense.
Jalen Hurts played his
stats by himself. If he was a team, he's the 11th ranked offense in the NFL.
By himself.
That's a quarterback, man.
This man out here carrying. Let's go.
That's a quarterback. Wow.
Yeah. Franchise.
That's crazy.
That's a franchise quarterback right there.
If the Eagles are smart, I would say this. I would wait probably until after the Dallas game, but come after that, depending on where they're at, somebody need to usher the bag out to Jalen, because now it's probably about the time now. If we're looking good, probably around that time frame, they need to go ahead and put that extension. Somebody needs to make an offer to Jalen Hurts, because at the end of the season, his stock is going to keep going up. And depending on how this thing works, I'll be trying to work out a deal now. I'm seeing what we need to see in our quarterback. If he can keep it up until after that Dallas game, listen, I expect for the Eagles to at least start making the phone call.
That's what I said, man. That's going to be the determining mark. Let us continue to win. Let us beat Dallas.
They're going into that bye week, and then all of a sudden,
let us beat Dallas.
A new extension.
Yes, sir.
I'm focused on taking that number one spot in the NFC. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we do that, that's what I'm gonna be talking about this whole time. NFC, number one in the NFC, because we get that bye week in the playoffs. We get that playoffs in the bye week. Hey, Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl.
In the league, though. Like, I don't even get. They've been saying we're the best team in the NFC. It's like, yeah, okay, but that's only 3 games. But after we do what we do today, we're going to continue. Like, I don't think there's a team on our roster. I told you guys, not one of them. Like, I had to pull teeth, and like I said, maybe Carson lights us up one time, and that also didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That was a game that showed.
And it was a possibility, yeah.
You know, maybe Dougie P is the other one. Maybe Dougie P is emotional, and he comes with a masterful, like, Super Bowl game plan against the Eagles to try to stop us because he know he's going to struggle, you know? I don't know, man. It's just like, those are the only – everybody else, like the division, should have get swept. Hands down. We're way better than the Dallas team was last year. You know, they got Micah Parsons. He's a freaking monster. But that about, you know, you need more talent. You need more superstars. We have Pro Bowlers on both. Like, everybody on our team's Pro Bowler.
Team's loaded.
Man. We Super Bowl champions, too. You
know what I'm saying?
I mean, not every player, but
Pro Bowlers.
Everybody Super Bowl champions, too.
Everybody gave Miles all that shit about, we were talking about how we feel like we're an all-star team and everybody attacked Miles. And he's right. Look who he's talking to. All his teammates, Pro Bowlers, are pro players. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This team is amazing. Like, how we orchestrated a genius.
Everybody getting these 17, you know what I'm saying? These bird vibes.
Hey, this a different type of vibe.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
It's a different type of vibe. This vibe feels like 2004 when we knew we had a dominant team.
Yeah.
And we actually held up to the hype. But this time it feels like we doing that and more. We have better leadership than the 2017 team with Jalen Hurts at the helm rather than Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? That's just point blank, period. You have guys being bought in and literally fighting for a guy, literally fighting for a Super Bowl before they retire, like Brandon Graham, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey. These guys are truly on the Super Bowl run. These guys are really trying to win the Super Bowl before they retire. That's real. So you got them guys on this team and led by Jalen Hurts and bought in as if the guy was Nick Foles in the 2017, but it's different because Jalen Hurts is a different type of leader. Man, you know, I really like Michael Irvin, you know, as his personality, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even before he got on the Philadelphia Eagles hype train, he just always make me laugh. Like when I watch him on TV, he just make me laugh, you know, and that's what you need TV business. Like he's a character. I love it. I love his character. Her and him just go crazy on the Rich Eisen show, talking about the talking to Rich Eisen about the Batman capes and just how electrifying just having Jalen Hurts as a leader in that room. And when Jalen Hurts was made a comment saying to all his playmakers that don't be the must not be, I believe he said must not be the thermostat but be the temperature or something like that. It was listen, I can't truly remember, but it was something like that where basically
I remember what he said. I remember that he did say something like don't be the temperature, be the thermometer. You know what I'm saying? Like you set the heat. Don't be the heat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, don't be like, oh, everybody.
You don't adjust to the heat.
Yeah.
Basically, you set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, man. And just seeing, Michael Irvin just like, man, like he know leadership. He know basically that's my point for him to, just jump. He literally jumped out of his seat. Like, it gave me goosebumps hearing that motherfucker. I was like, damn. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Like, if I'm on the team and this guy's straight serious, this guy never leaves the building, he's for real about his craft, bro. A person tell me that I'm lit. I'm literally trying to set the tone. I don't care about nothing else that's going on around me. I'm setting the tone. And having a leader like Jalen Hurts lead a team like this, Donovan McNabb wasn't this type of leader. And we spoke about it before. We've been speaking on Jalen Hurts for so long, telling everybody why they should believe in him. And we made a video before last season, and one of the things that was brought up was how even Donovan McNabb was bought into Jalen Hurts before all this stuff happened. And I mentioned, if this guy is the best person to know who is best for the job. You know what I mean? This guy is the person that know if he bought in. Oh my God. He said, be the thermostat, not the thermometer. You said the heat. Yes, that's what he said.
That's it.
That's exactly
what Cowboys always watching us, they wanna be like us.
Be like Jalen. You already know that. Hey, listen. I'm gonna be checking in real quick.
And then
my man Boys for Life.
Urban say he say somebody better do something about that. That's how he talking to the Cowboys. Hey, y'all better do something about that because it's getting crazy over here. It's getting crazy. It's literally looking like it could be set up for a dynasty. And I made a whole video talking about how the possibility of us having a dynasty is based on the fact of the leadership, the culture. Culture is what creates a great dynasty. And the fact that I keep mentioning, we have Super Bowl champions on this team that was drafted to this team, came up with this team. That is great leadership to, educate the young ones that's coming in, especially on that offensive line. You know what I mean? So it's leaving a legacy. It's creating a culture.
That's what they talk about.
See what I'm saying? This is a dynasty that's being set up.
Hey, facts.
What you're talking about that, how all of them talk about, them being the leaders. They all, teach to the ones underneath them. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's what you got to do. You got to set the next generation up. They know they're not going to play forever. They ain't coming in right now, but they, what I'm saying? They want them to be great when they do come in. And that's the respect, straight respect.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, again, I think that, like you said, our window, we're building that window right now, right? To create dynasties, you got to have at least a longevity of talent on the team to try to get you multiple championships. That's what this team is doing. Again, I get it, fellas. It's a different vibe this type of year. 17, I wasn't necessarily feeling like this because I didn't know what expectations to have. But this year, we see the talent. We see it. And it's a different vibe. It's a different feeling. And, I'm on board with this Hurts movement. And I think that we have a true quarterback to possibly get us there. So just his winning attitude alone, I mean, that can't be taught. And, we seeing a product of it right now. So, yes, sir. My man said top 10. What he said, top 10 pick. What?
Yeah, we had 7 and the Saints lost again.
Yup.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's what I'm saying. A dynasty is being
Like
created,
More
bro.
talent
right.
You can
on the way.
write a story about this whole.
Yes.
You can make a movie off of it, like the greatest dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Like we watched the whole thing be set up, like from the draft, from the story of Carson Wentz, the Jalen Hurts, and then just all these pieces, and then just the amazing work Howie Roseman, bro. Like, to be honest, as much crap as we give Howie Roseman, I don't want no other person, bro, because I need my guy to stay aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no guy just going out buying people for the names. I need a guy that's doing what Howie Roseman doing, making smart moves, making moves with the money, being smart. We trust Howie Roseman so much to, you know what I'm saying, handle the money. We not worried about that. He gonna flip, make something happen. This is a magician. We got a magician in our hands who is aggressive. He got his 3-year contract extension this past offseason. So in those 3 years, my man trying to win another Super Bowl. He not playing. 3 years is not a long time. Carson Wentz already, I think, about 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, time be moving fast. You know what I mean? So
hey, real quick, I just wanted to go ahead and because I know we brought this up a little earlier, but they salute to Miss Nina in this thing. You already know. Look, Josiah Scott playing the nickel and CJ Gardner-Johnson staying at safety. How's that sound? I think that's a better plan than moving Gardner to nickel and putting Kayvon or whoever at safety. I like this plan below a lot better. That
he just got here. The guy started 10 days before the damn season. You know what I mean? Like, so hey man, keep him where he's comfortable with. He's still learning. Shoot, he probably helping Joshua Scott, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I like that plan a lot better.
That's his spot. Josiah Scott, that's what he played. You know what I'm saying? When he was good, he played it at nickel corner.
It's time for him to step up.
Yeah, time
step up, dog. Because he on the scene today.
But the vibe on this team, I think everybody wants to. If they get a chance to even touch that field, hey, I want to play more. I want to be part of this Super Bowl run because they feel the vibes. It's way higher than any other year. For me,
what made it feel?
I've been watching Eagles football for a long time. I've never seen a more complete team than this team we have right now. And the fact that they're all young. They're all young, meaning they can go like the next 4 or 5 years and just begin a draft pick after draft pick after nice draft pick after nice. You know how that's when teams just trade all their draft picks to get down low and go grab a star that they need to fill a position from a veteran. So like, and that's what dynasties are made. And I think they're set up for a long time. And we're about to be dominant for a minute.
And, hey, look, bro, I mentioned before last season just how the moves that he made this offseason, how basically Howie Roseman has put us in position where we are like 3-4 years ahead of the NFC East and just moves and money and youth and players. You know what I mean? Like, we are 3-4 years ahead of them. And then if you look at this upcoming draft, we're only going to put ourselves even further. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is NFC East. They say they ain't had a repeat champion since 2004. When we did it, well, that's been a change. I'm so confident. I'm so confident that this division is gonna be ours for a long time, at least for the next 3-4 years.
So, with that being said, then, because we already know, listen, to take care of this division, we got to eat the food that's on our plate, fellas. So, I'd like to know from y'all, like for today. I mean, give me 3 reasons or 3 ways. How can the Eagles get this job done today? Or how do y'all see this game, turning out? How did the Eagles get the win, pretty much? What's the keys, fellas? Let me know 3 ways that we could get this job done today.
Show up.
Hop off the plane. Ready? I guess we ain't off the plane. We at the house today. So we just need to come to the building.
You got to start off healthy. That's the beginning. So you got to show up healthy. Get there. And then let Jalen do his thing no, I'm just serious. Seriously, we just got to control the clock, against Dougie P. You don't want him out there, driving 80-yard drives on you or any kind of thing like that. Because, he don't have to go deep either. Dougie can do, quick slants and quick, quick routes for the receivers. And Kurt, he's a twitchy type guy, so he might be running these little 5-yard digs, 5-yard outs, 5-yard sticks, whatnot. So you never know. Dougie P, he got enough weapons over there. 2 running backs, 3 receivers, the tight end that's pretty good. Evan Ingram, the lines are looking good. Dougie P, he learned a lot from us when he was with us. He won a Super Bowl with us, so he knows how to do it.
He knows how.
That's
he knows how to galvanize them troops.
He changed them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the D line got to be monsters. Just like last week. Every week they need to get better and better. I want to see even better rotation. I like how some of the the backups like Marlon's playing. You got Williams were playing. I think did he get injured last week? I'm not sure. I know he's not on injury report. So Williams playing, and then you got Jordan Davis back there playing too. Backing him up. They got some talent, some nice weapons. Like I said, one person or 2 people can probably get hurt, and we'll still be all right. We have to, that's what kind of depth we got.
Okay, all right. Okay. What you got, D? What's 3 ways we can get this job done? Or what's the keys today? How we get this thing done, my guy?
Okay, I'm gonna say defensive line. That's a must. It's definitely a must this game, considering the fact that Vontae Madison is out. Our defense is kind of hurt, kind of wounded. You know what I mean? So that just makes the defensive line have to step up even more. Jalen Hurts, number 2, has to continue to be him. He's in the MVP conversation. So MVPs, stay on the steady flow. I need to see him stay consistent, like you mentioned earlier, Philly. Continue to be that X factor. You know what I mean? And so defensive line must get to the quarterback. As I mentioned before, they had 9 sacks last game, 17 QB hits. Maybe not 9 sacks, but keep hitting that man. Keep hitting that quarterback. Do it even more. Jalen Hurts, be consistent. And 3, the coaching staff. Hey, man, we got to see these guys step up in the second half. I feel like a lot of that is coaching. A lot of that is play calling. We need to see y'all do a better job in the second half. And those are the 3 keys. Those are my 3 keys, man.
Do you guys feel like last week we didn't do a good job in the second half? Like, people don't realize when you see your offense score 21 points in the first half, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean that you have to, you have to. Our defense was stopping their offense, so they weren't putting up any points. And then when you're in that mode, you got a whole nother play call. You got a whole another playbook, chew the clock playbook. You're not doing the same plays you did in the first half. That's why they were scoring so many points. You came out with your A game, and now you just chill out. Let's film on tape. Let's go out there and be vanilla until the end of this game. As long as we don't try giving up no point, because that's how you got to do it sometimes. Because you don't want a whole bunch of your good stuff all on tape. So if I can beat you out like Alabama, Georgia,
and that boy Nick Sirianni,
what they do after halftime. All the stars are out, Bryce Young, 400 yards in the first half. Like, what the hell? Going out there just toasting people. And then you pull on the brakes. You're like, okay, backups, go play. Go have fun. It's your time. It's your time to shine. Show the world what you're going to be.
Hey, I agree with that. Nick Sirianni is definitely serious about that keeping things secretive and not putting things on film and not giving the media any type of hints or anything, any type of information at all. So I definitely agree with that.
Listen, when they hired this guy, they already knew. He came in with the plan already. And now you're starting to see the plan. The first year was like, okay, I'm not going to just mortgage everything and put the team together and you go out there and you suck as a head coach, and mess up our future for the next couple of years. So he gave him a decent team. We went out there, went 9-7, went to the playoffs, and now we're back. And he's like, all right, here you go, your players. Now you're seeing it. When they came last year and told us we're going to be multiple schemed, it's going to depend week to week what formation we use, what, scheme we use. And you guys basically just got to sit back and watch. And now that they got the players, you're seeing it take to that next level. And these players are in their second years. A lot of the veterans are in their second years. We do got some additions, but they're smart football players. Football at the end of the day. They gonna tell them how to do it when how you gonna do it your way, or how you better get in on that.
Hey, real quick, I just want to acknowledge this because I hear everybody going off in the chat, and that is some good stuff. It look like the Saints right now, they continue to do they losing things. So we might be looking at a top pick. And if we just continue to add talent like this, I'm telling y'all, these birds could be good for a long time. So look, real quick, I just want to throw out my keys real quick out there, and I'm sure we're going to rock these score predictions. But listen, the Eagles definitely, like you said, we need to go and establish our run game. It starts with the O-line this game. Again, we know it's going to be a rainy type of a game. So establishing the run early, that's definitely what we need to – that's how we need to start off. I definitely think turnovers, number 2, needs to be a focus. We need to play turnover-free football this game. And 3, it probably should have been the number 1, but contain Trevor Lawrence. We got to make sure somehow between getting pressure and containing this man, I don't want to see him scrambling all on the field. Trevor Lawrence is a pretty mobile quarterback, so he can get it done too. But containment is going to be key also. So if we do those 3 things, I think the Eagles will get this job done today. But yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. I see right now, like I said, look like we were sitting with the 3rd number 1 pick.
Yeah,
I like hot takes. Let's go stream hot takes.
Let's do hot
whether
takes.
It's good or bad for the Eagles or not. Just give me some good.
Hey, remember last week?
Yeah.
What my hot take was? I say, Devontae Smith gonna go off.
Yeah.
What did he do? That boy went off. I wasn't expecting that to truly be a hot take coming out the game. But I was excited. I was excited. My man was doing tricks, man, in the air trying to get that ball, dog.
My hot take was 400 yards for Jalen. He had 300 yards twice, but he ain't got 400 yards. That's why this week, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it started. My hot take is Jalen Hurts will finally get his first 400-yard passing game in the weather. That's what you don't expect it.
I'm ever waiting on that.
Expect it. You expect it to be running game, and Jalen just go boom, touchdown. He can do quick slants with Devontae or AJ, and they can take it the distance, or go deep. Play action. Walk-ins. It's always a possibility, and I don't see why it will slow him down. It's not like it's storming out there, and you can't see nothing in a blizzard, rainstorm or something. It might be,
I got my hot take throw out for today. I think CJ Gardner-Johnson is about to have an epic day today. Listen, I got this man having a pick, at least 1 interception today. For whatever reason, I think Trevor Lawrence, another hot take, I think he's at least costing 2. He's coming off of 2 interceptions today. Chauncey Gardner's going to get 1. Trevor Lawrence is throwing at least 2 interceptions today. And that's going to be my hot take. I think the Eagles are going to win the turnover battle today. The Jags will have a couple. I'll say overall, the Jags will have 3 turnovers today, 2 interceptions and a fumble. And that's how we're going to get it done. And Chauncey Gardner getting a pick. That's my hot takes. That's how I'm rocking.
Yeah, you just had like 3.
Drop the bombshell out there. That's how it. Yes, sir.
Hey, but okay, I like that, man. I'm gonna say my hot take coming out of this game is gonna be Jalen Hurts continues his MVP run with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns, doing it looking phenomenal. You know what I mean? I think Jalen Hurts gonna really step up to the plate. I feel like the Jaguars gonna throw a few different wrinkles in there for him, you know what I'm saying, and really try to get after my guy. And I feel like, Jalen Hurts gonna just always put us in a position to win. We definitely know that we can trust him with the football. We wasn't worried last season, and this season it just got even better. The deep ball is on time. Everybody was calling him noodle on, but we all see that it was just a whole timing thing and him identifying and, looking off the safety and everything. So, hey, man, I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to continue his MVP run. He going to be on this MVP run the whole season, I feel like, and mess around and come out on top, especially if Lamar Jackson lose today.
Yeah. I think Josh Sweat gets 3 sacks today.
Josh Sweat been looking good.
And no one's even giving him the love. Like, I don't be hearing nobody talk about Josh Sweat.
I don't talk about Sweat
for real
either, man. But like, if he continue his run
every game, In some games, multiple sacks.
He putting in work.
If he continues like that, man, I'm going to have to start, you know what I'm saying, really talking about my dude, because he is a freakish athlete with his body type. Like, if you look at dude, like, he got some long arms, dude. Like, that's one of the things, like, you definitely notice. And his speed coming off the edge, man, he gets back there. I don't know how many times we done seen him.
Right?
Hey, sweat. I don't know how. I know that mud now, dog. I know that mud now. Hey, you see that? That's sweat.
Sweat in the backfield.
Man, I'm starting to really recognize that.
Underrated player on the Eagles.
You said underrated?
Yeah. Now, because it took him a minute to get over that leg injury, you know, and he's still been getting a little banged up. And now that he's been healthy for a while, he's really been playing some dominating football.
I feel like
Hargrave, he got his bag though. He been doing solid.
Hargrave kind of underrated, I feel like, and Epps. I feel like Epps is really a dog, man. Just y'all start paying attention to how Epps make tackles. When Epps, he remind me of Brian Dawkins, a light-skinned Brian Dawkins. Like, at times the way he attack, bro, he flies. I don't know if y'all remember that screen. Dude flew out of nowhere, bro, and just just flew. I mean, like, bro, watching that live. I ain't talking about the replay. Your first time seeing that motherfucker, you was like, damn, you know. And then he just popped right back up. If you watch him throughout the game, anytime this guy comes up, he's really popping their ass. I guarantee you, in this Jaguar game, you gonna see him fly and pop somebody. You gonna think, oh, DEEGIFTED said that. Hey, he coming up and he popping, motherfucker. I'm telling you, you gonna see. You gonna see, man. That boy Epps is not afraid.
Let's get Brian Dawkins.
Facts though. Hey,
man, wherever it was going, man, I love it.
Epps is definitely. I would definitely say that he's giving us some confidence. He can maintain that safety spot. Yeah. It's good to see Epps keep growing out there on the field. I gotta agree with you on that. That'll probably be my most underrated also, because again, safety we knew coming in, that was a critical position, and Epps is holding it down. He's out there flashing. I see the hits, man. And my man says,
bro, he got that dog in him, bro. Okay. He got that dog in him, bro. He did he did an interview. I had watched him on the Philadelphia Eagles YouTube channel. He got an interview out that came out throughout the off season. And bro, he definitely got that dog in him. I'm telling you, bro. He's not he ain't no beat.
You know why?
He ain't no
They're all young, except for the veterans, and those veterans already won Super Bowls, so they're just telling them how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and these guys are young. They played on championship teams now. They always talk, finally getting players from the SEC and all the big ranked schools. And then AJ hadn't even hit his prime yet. These all guys trying to be hungry and learn and play together. They know they can do great things for a long time. And that's why we see the progress every single game. Jalen, he knew what he had to work on. He's like, I got to work on this anticipation.
Culture.
Yes.
Culture. If we're going to talk about culture, we got to talk about Howie Roseman and what he's brought in. He's brought in guys that came from championship coaches and put them on a Super Bowl winning team. They got Super Bowl chemistry. He brought in Jalen Hurts coming from Alabama, championship organization. Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. When you speak about Devontae Smith, don't forget to put the Heisman Trophy winner behind his name, bro. Because a wide receiver winning a Heisman Trophy hasn't been done since 1991, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that it just don't happen. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming to a team that won the Super Bowl a few years ago and coming from a championship organization. Then he go out there and grab some dogs, literally bulldogs from, N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, coming off from a championship culture. And you know what all about championship culture is? It's all about the work ethic. That's what the championship culture. Every time you watch a movie about a championship culture, you see these guys putting in work. That's what you see in the championship culture, because a lot comes in with that. You know what I mean? So, hey man, these guys coming to a team where they fit in perfectly. You know what I'm saying? They able to adapt to a championship culture. You know what I mean? Like seeing how Lane Johnson or Brandon Graham. You see what I'm saying? Seeing Brandon Graham get them 2.5 sacks last game. That made me feel hella good. You know what I mean? Like seeing this guy coming off an injury, being the heart and soul, and then showing these young guys I'm still out here doing it with less snaps, with playing less snaps. You see what I'm saying?
Out there, man. You can just,
you said, brother, the coach of this
we can
team.
speak about everything about this team all day long, and they're not even getting, they're not even where they need to be yet. And we're gonna watch them get a little bit closer today. And every week we're gonna keep seeing them get a little bit closer. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a revolution, man. Like Howie, after the Cowboy game, you better play Jalen Hurts, because when the man's the MVP and Super Bowl MVP, you got to pay him a little bit more money.
Pay that man.
Hey, man.
Do your thing. Well, let's go ahead and get score predictions out. I know the game's about to kick off. Let's go get this thing going. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 27-14 Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even less, because our defense been absolutely lights out. You know what I mean? They not playing no rink-a-dink. The Jaguars gonna be facing the elite Super Bowl championship defense, and these guys gonna continue to play at all pro levels. James Bradbury playing at an all pro level. Big play Slate definitely is, and so look, it's gonna be 27-14, probably less.
All right, listen, I'm gonna go and rock out there. I think the Eagles putting up 28 this game. I think we find a way to score in the second half today. So yeah, I think we putting up 28. I do think the weather's gonna be somewhat of a issue, so we're gonna have to run the ball a little more. And I got our defense clamping, holding the Jags to 17 points. So I think this is a convincing win. We'll win by at least 10 plus. I'm saying 11, so 28 Eagles, 17 Jags. That's how we rock.
Okay.
Guys. Okay, so I love it.
I like that.
You guys went okay, I can totally see that happening. But I don't want to do that. I'm saying the Eagles get even better today and would look even more impressive. The Eagles are going to win this game.
We putting up 40 today, Bird Game? What we doing?
We're going 38 to 14. 38 to 14.
38-14.
That would be if we play the whole game. So
Dougie, no, we don't play a whole game.
Actually play a whole game, yeah, for sure.
You heard Nick in his press conference. He's like, yeah, I am a little bit more juiced up about situations like this, because it is true. It's like, yeah, look at my team, my guy. I see the team you got. Now watch what I'm about to do to you at home, homie. Don't come here like that.
Okay.
For real. I'm about to get lit out there, guys.
Keep you energized, especially if you winning too.
Today. 38.
Hey, I'm with it.
14 Eagles.
Okay.
I like
that too.
I like it.
I like that too.
Hey, y'all already know I'm gonna have to check in. I ain't gonna be able to watch the game, but I'm gonna peek in on the, I'll check in on the Cowturns against Washington, and then you got the Giants also against New York.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some funny things happening today. So y'all Dallas fans, y'all talking sweet and nice right now. Y'all don't go hiding, come after y'all's game either. So let's go and get to this 4-0, fellas. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know how we rocking with it. I'm ready to. Hey, listen, send Dougie P up out of here with that L today. That's the mission at hand.
Yes.
So, hey, look, y'all make sure y'all have yourselves a safe and fantastic Eagles day.
Yes,
coming out of this thing 4-0, let's get it. Hey, it's always fly. Eagles fly. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Go keep the notion. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Fly, Eagles fly.
Yes, sir.